this is Joe. He is a criminal justice major, and he will be explaining the process of cooling down and warming up an exercise, or vice versa.
All right. Quick show of hands. Who exercises or partakes in sporting activity? Leave your hands up. Of you, who cool downs or warms up properly? All right, so everyone whose hands are down, or people who did not raise your hands, I'm going to talk today about the importance of warming up and cooling down properly for exercise or sporting activity. So a lot of people think, what's the big deal, right? Last year, 7 million Americans ages 5 to 24 sought medical attention for a exercise or sports-related injury, okay? 70% of those people, 4.9 million, were soft contact or soft tissue non-contact injuries. So that means pulled muscles, strained muscles, hurt knees, hurt shoulders, things that didn't happen like playing football or being tackled. So there's a couple things we're going to talk about today. The importance of warm-up, types of warm-up, cooling down, and the types of cooling down. First thing we're going to talk about is the warm-up. It's important to prepare the body for exercise. According to the American Heart Association, on their website, heart.org, a good warm-up dilates your blood vessels, ensuring that your muscles are well supplied with oxygen. It also raises your muscles' temperature for optimal flexibility and efficiency. By slowly raising your heart rate, it also helps minimize the stress on your heart. Also, Michael Clark of the National Academy of Sports Medicine book on essentials of personal training, written in 2012, states warming up can also increase the body's ability to contract muscle, increase the metabolic rate, so the efficiency, the energy you're getting to those muscles while exercise, and to get you actually mentally prepared for your desired sport or activity, which is also very important. If you're not mentally ready, you're not ready. So the two different types of warm-up you can do are a general warm-up or a sport-specific dynamic warm-up. The general warm-up, let's say you're going for a run. You want to lightly walk or jog for 5 to 10 minutes before you run. Get those muscles warmed up, get your body prepared, do some light stretching before you take off. If you just take off for a long jog without warming up, you're likely to injure yourself. It's not a good deal. For more of a dynamic or specific sports warm-up, generally that's reserved for athletes or people doing a specialty sport. An example in the Strength and Conditioning Journal article, an upper extremity active dynamic warm-up for sports participation, long title I know, written by certified strength and conditioning specialist Michael Naparolsky in February 2012. The use of active dynamic warm-ups before exercise has become increasingly popular for athletes and coaches before sporting activity. Dynamic warm-up also prepares the body for exercise and has been shown to help prevent injury and improve performance. So we're talking about the injury prevention I stated in my introduction. So now that you know why we need to warm up, prepare the body for activity, to either do a general warm-up if you're just going jogging or a specific warm-up that your team has you do or before you start your activity, let's talk about cooling down. The cool down is just as important, or some people think it's more important than the warm-up. Dr. Larry Kinney, co-author of Physiology in Sports and Exercise, written in 2012, states, stopping abruptly after an endurance exercise bout can cause blood to pool in the extremities, which can then lead to dizziness, fainting, vomiting, and also can lead to a hormone called catecholamine being elevated during immediate recovery, which can also lead to a fatal heart arrhythmia. Although that's super extreme, it has happened before. That's why it's important to cool down. That's why some people think a cool down is more important. You can die if you just stop running. That's pretty crazy. Marathoners have died after long distance running before. So proper recovery, it's important. Ways to cool down properly, according to Janet L. Hobson, co-author of Get Fit, Stay Well 2014, states if your heart rate and temperature rose during your workout, you should perform a general cool down in which your goal is to bring down your heart rate, bring down your breathing, and bring the temperature closer to homeostasis. An example being going back to that jogging. If you went to, for a 25-minute jog, do a little 10-minute cool down, walking, at a nice pace, bring everything back to normal, stretch those muscles out, more specifically your legs. If you're doing a demanding sport, or let's say you're, a bodybuilder training in the gym, it's a little bit more demanding than a general workout. You want to be a little bit more specific with your stretching or your cool down. So you see athletes hit an ice bath when they're done exercising. They go to the training table, get stretched out, you know, hamstrings, quads, shoulders, back, things that are a little bit more specific to that demanding sport or exercise. So basically, in conclusion, it's important for you to warm up to prepare your body for exercise. We talked about a general warm up if you're just hitting the gym, you know, just get your heart rate up, get your muscles ready to go. If you're gonna go a little bit more specific, you're on a sports team, you know, you're going to play tennis, you're on the hockey team, you're gonna have a little bit more involved dynamic warm up. And cooling down is just as important. You know, we wanna make sure we recover properly, our muscles are, you know, still good to go for our next session. Nobody wants to pull a muscle or possibly die because you didn't take 5 to 10 minutes warming up or cooling down. It's just that simple. Thank you, guys.